To think that astrology would answer every question that you may ask in your earthly life would, of course, be naive. And to believe that it could would be gullible. But astrology is the map by which we can find our way through life's maze of crossroads. Man has looked to the heavens since his beginning and has never failed to find there the signposts of life. As when traveling from city to city, we are offered many alternate routes. A road map helps us find the most direct and safest route for us to follow. Astrology provides us, through our horoscope, with the road map of our life. Let us now view the map, which leads us to the fortunes of Virgo. Virgo, the Virgin, is the 6th sign of the astrological zodiac, August 23rd to September 22nd. As Virgo, your planetary ruler is Mercury. Your sign is Earth. You are of a mutable nature, analytical, questioning. As Virgo, perfection is the only acceptable standard, and reserve is a natural part of your personal makeup. You have strong tendencies to keep to yourself. This includes your opinions as well as your presence. You are not at any time outwardly demonstrative. Although you love deeply, there are those that will fail to recognize it as such and be tempted to look elsewhere. You are often accused of being cold and unresponsive to those around you. That is because of your natural reserve. Once the barriers have been let down, you make friends quickly. You will more than likely never have the amount of friends that many of the other signs will have, but you will have some true and loyal companions. Your perfectionist attitudes can lead you into overwork and mental exhaustion. You sometimes feel guilty about not having completed some job or project to your total satisfaction. You must remember that what you consider to be a glaring, inexcusable mistake is probably, and more realistically, something that was imperfect long before you had anything to do with it. Caution is required, especially when it comes to overtaxing yourself in attempting to correct someone else's error. Efficiency in all matters is prerequisite where you are concerned. As your symbol is the Virgin, the pureness of your perfection through efficiency is one of your outstanding qualities. Whether you are involved in a project or not, you cannot tolerate to see a job being done in an inefficient or slipshod manner. If anything can drive you to distraction, it is this obsession of seeing a job properly executed by your standards. Your emotional makeup is very much in keeping with your other attitudes. Because of your natural reserve, you usually play down your emotions and tend to soften them before they have the opportunity of showing themselves in full bloom. You are more than capable of deep love, but probably most of your relationships will be built on a solid, rather conservative platform of truth and respect. As an earth sign, you truly have both feet planted firmly on the ground. You are not an easily impressed individual by either your own abilities or those of persons around you. You may respect their ability, but should never be expected to leap high in the air with praise. This may be your inward feeling, but you would certainly never outwardly show it. You are capable of changing your mind or reassessing a situation, but never before you have totally examined every aspect of the particular person or project concerned. You are ruled by your head, and even in matters of the heart, you will never follow just your emotional feelings. You have the ability to be genuinely intuitive, but here again, you are more apt to follow your head rather than your intuition. In an outward sense, you are not ambitious, but deep within your private world, you have a drive that can become ruthless. You have the ability to move quickly and decisively when action is called for. Unlike others with the quicksilver trait of Mercury, your quickness of action is still based on clear, rational thought. And once you have committed yourself, your dependability is a certainty. You are not the type to leave a job undone. For you, the established procedures and the old school methods are still serviceable, and you tend to shop or buy from organizations that still have a 19th century attitude towards service and reliability. This does not mean you are stodgy. You definitely are not. You move as the world moves, but you feel that progress is not an excuse for discarding the good traditions of the past. To best describe Virgo, the key words must be conscientious, dependable, discriminating, a perfectionist. And while men travel in space, it will be you of the House of Virgo that will maintain the traditions and conventions of the horse and carriage era. What we have just discussed are merely the broad and more general Virgo traits, and can be used as a rule of thumb by which to know yourself and understand your basic motives more clearly. But to further understand what truly motivates you, it is necessary to place you in one of the decans, which divide your sign into 3 separate parts. Those of the sign of Virgo born between August 23rd and August 31st are within the first decan. Those born between September 1st and September 10th are within the second decan. And those born between September 11th and September 22nd are within the third and final decan. If you were born in the first decan, August 23rd to August 31st, you are by far the most calculating and premeditated of your sign. You work out every detail, no matter how small, prior to making any personal commitment. You see life as a serious matter and not to be taken in a trivial way. Financial success for you will be a steady accumulation of assets built over a long period of time. Success will be yours, but never in a flashy or overnight get-rich-quick manner. Whatever you do, you will never squander or throw your money or personal property around. You will be thrifty and careful about expenditures you make. And quality is a must. The second decan, September 1st to September 10th, has marked you as the most critical of your sign. This includes not only yourself, but also those around you. You are probably the most imaginative and creative of your brothers and sisters of the first and third decans, and can turn this creative ability into success in a simple or natural manner. Your powers of reason are especially pronounced, and 2 and 2 must always make 4, or you will not make a move until you know why or where the error has been made. Financial success for you will be reached in all likelihood by your ability to make your dreams come true. You achieve this through hard work, never losing sight of your goal. But a word of caution: curb your tendency to be oversensitive. It will serve you no good purpose and will cause much unnecessary distress. Of the 3 decans, those of you born within the third, September 11th to September 22nd, are the most reserved and by far the shyest of your sign. Convention and tradition hold a place of less importance to you than to others of your house. Although you have a high degree of integrity and determination that will always see you through any project or venture you may enter into, be careful not to allow your reserve to keep you from your goal. And while you may never be the most outgoing of your sign, you should attempt to be a little more daring when it comes to getting what you want. Virgo, you are one of the purest of purpose to be found in the astrological zodiac. Be sure that you do not allow your natural reserve to turn into skepticism.
Virgo, in choosing a career, you would do well to look toward buying or selling as a possible opportunity for great success. When involved with buying or selling, quality products should be a major part of your concern. Your taste and discriminating ability would serve you well in any endeavor of this nature. You could also do well in any of the photographic arts, and especially where this would involve some form of advertising. Because you have such a high regard for discretion, your employers or clients will quickly notice this quality and place more responsibility within your reach than you sometimes expect to receive. You can, if you are not careful, be taken advantage of. Because of your inability to just do a job, and your need to do it correctly and better than someone else, this quality of perseverance and dedication could lead you very easily into overwork. When choosing a career, it would be wise for you to look first at a smaller organization. You would fit well within the compact, highly efficient type of organization, preferably one that is recognized as being reputable and of long standing. It is probably to your advantage to avoid the large industrial complexes. Here you will find too many people with something to say that you do not consider to be of any importance, and you will not hesitate to point this out to them. The large organization would never allow you the freedom to incorporate your own systems that you feel have proven themselves by the tests of time. Because of your devotion to duty, the company for which you work will probably make you attractive offers to stay if you express your desire to go out on your own. It will be these offers that may keep you from starting your own business until later in your life. Even then, it will be a slow, methodical move, taking a year or so in the planning. For those that work for or under you, security from outside criticism will be theirs, whereby they may come under a scathing attack by you and feel the results of such an attack for many days to come. They will, as a result of your criticism, be better at their job than before. Your criticism is for the most part just, and anyone who accepts it as such will benefit greatly. A word of caution. You have a tendency to criticize endeavors and projects that do not concern you. It is when you attack these areas that you find yourself in hot water. The advice would be simple. Avoid meddling. Illness in your life will probably never be a major problem. You may tend to have circulatory disorders later in life, but this can be avoided by lightening your workload as you grow older. Because of your nose to the grindstone attitude, you may have a tendency toward nervous disorders. Here again, you should keep your work in proper perspective and attempt to get enough time to relax. This can best be achieved by some form of recreation. You have great susceptibility toward the natural medicines of life, and your cravings are often indicative of your need for some vitamin or mineral in your diet. Where you are concerned, these cravings or desires should be satisfied. You are also susceptible to weakness in the throat. Here again, the natural curatives are drawn to your attention by your cravings. Vitamin and mineral intake for you should be carefully watched. The importance of well-balanced meals cannot be overly emphasized where Virgo is concerned. Be sure that you obtain sufficient amounts of sleep. Nothing can defeat the Virgo temperament more than the lack of rest. 8 to 10 hours is certainly a necessity. Because your planet is Mercury, the planet of youth, you will always have a youthful air about you, and few will ever be able to correctly guess your age. But you must remember it, and take care to preserve it through proper diet and exercise. Virgo should, as should all other signs, have regular medical checkups. This does wonders for your own peace of mind. In friendship, Virgo will probably have few close companions. Because of your highly critical nature, you will choose your friends and associates carefully. You will probably have many acquaintances, but the privilege of being your friend will fall to only a few. In all likelihood, your friends will come to you from the sign of Leo, Libra, and Capricorn. It would be wise for you to avoid, even though the chances are slim, a close relationship with Aries, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. In marriage, the most ideal partner would probably be Capricorn. This union between Virgo and Capricorn stands the greatest chance of immediate and long-lived happiness. Because of Capricorn's ambition, you will be able to aid each other in almost every way. Capricorn is attracted to the outward appearance of people, and this fits well with your own discriminating tastes. You will also appreciate Capricorn's high regard for material possessions, and when you are matched, success is almost assured. In marriage to Libra, you will find that his balance can at times calm your highly critical nature, and so a match with this house could be very good for you. A Virgo man will have great love of the arts, beauty, and literature. The desire for order in his house will be of utmost concern to him. When it comes to sex, he is probably of a conservative nature. He does not ignore it, but it certainly does not rule his life. This is partly due to the fact that he is prone to worry, and this sometimes sidetracks his intentions. He can also be extremely shy, even after long years of marriage. The Virgo woman will never be accused of neglect in any area. She will run a home with the highest degrees of order and efficiency. She will take care of the man she marries and answer his every wish. She will not be outwardly demonstrative, and it is when she marries a Libra man that this could cause some misunderstanding. She is certainly one of the most loyal females of the entire astrological zodiac. The Virgo woman is not the most passionate, and here again, because she tends to expend her energies in other areas, she sometimes forgets about sex. But she could never be accused of neglect and is a willing partner for the man she loves. In whatever you attempt, luck will play a natural role. While you are not the luckiest of all the signs, you are by no means unlucky. You can do much to aid your luck, such as being sure that certain colors are always to be found in your environment. Brown, rust, and gray are colors that are most becoming and can give a feeling of well-being to Virgo. Your numbers that can bring you fortune are 1, 5, and 8, the number of strength. When these numbers are mixed with any of your colors in any combination, it should prove to be most advantageous. Your birthstone is the sapphire, truly a stone that signifies great success. A week for you will always involve hard work, but Tuesdays probably reward you the most, and Mondays reward you the least. As for favorable months, Virgo's fortunes can arrive during any month of the year, and there is no one single month that could be considered as being especially advantageous for you. They all hold equal opportunity. For Virgo, the type of success that you can look forward to is personified in such people as Leonard Bernstein, Lyndon B. Johnson, Ingrid Bergman, and Sophia Loren, all of the house of Virgo. Nothing can hold you back from your desired goals, providing you do not act in too self-critical a manner. Virgo, be gentle with yourself, as well as those around you.
Your fortune is in the stars. Your horoscope can show you the way. But as in all things, you are the judge and the jury. You must make your own way through life and make the decisions that only you can make with any degree of total understanding. You are the leader, but the stars can be your guide. Your fortune awaits.